Hello and welcome to the Jason Eldridge Photo Show. In this video, we're going to talk about sharpness. Is it overrated? We as photographers love a sharp image. We spend thousands of dollars on good tripods. We get in-body stabilization on our cameras. We get vibration reduction on our lenses. We worry about our shutter speed. We worry about everything to make sure that our images are tack sharp. And I, for one, I love a good sharp image. I spend a lot of effort trying to craft them when I take my images. But there's a pretty famous photographer, Ansel Adams. He said there's nothing worse than a sharp image and a fuzzy concept. So what does that mean? That means that the image is king. If you have an image that is a great image, it's a little bit fuzzy, is that okay? I know that at least half the photographers out there are going to say absolutely not. And I've been in that house a few times myself. The technical parts, I mean, you should get those right after a while, but you don't always do that. The reason I'm doing this video is I have two images that I absolutely love. I mean, I love them. But when you zoom in to 100% and you start that pixel peeping, they're not exactly tack sharp. In fact, one of them I focus stacked and I missed one little strip of that image. And to me, when I see it, all I see is that one little strip that's somewhat fuzzy. But you can't see it at viewing distance. You can't see it just on your screen. You have to get into 100% and pixel peep and go side to side to find that spot. So why is it when I look at those images that I love, admittedly I love them, do I just kind of cringe a little? It's because I know at 100% they're not exactly tack sharp. And I'm going to put these images up right now for you to see. I'll show them viewing distance, and then I'll show you at 100% where the issues that I find are. And I want you to tell me in the comments below what you think. Should these images stay in my portfolio because both of them are there? Or should I remove them because some technical mistake was made? So the first image, this was my second trip to the Grand Tetons years ago. And we fly into Salt Lake City and we drive over to Jackson Hole. And on that drive, there's a whole lot of nothing because it's Wyoming and it's wonderful. But you'll see signs that just say public lands. And every time I see those, I just go. And my family's with me. They enjoy that adventure as well. But we always go and we find all these different places that are just available to the public everywhere. So we're driving out and I find this hill. Beautiful weather, everything was working together, and I set up, and this was, I think, my first real trip with a Nikon D850 at the time, 45 megapixels, and I set everything up and I took an image, and I didn't think about the fact that the wind was blowing maybe 40 miles an hour. So I set everything up as I would, had the wind been still, and I took the shot. So what happened is the vibration from the wind, even though I was on a tripod and everything, it caused a little bit of camera shake. You can't see it unless you zoom in to 100%, and I'm going to show that to you right now. I want to make sure that you see this image as I initially took it and see it when you zoom in to 100%. Part of me wants to take that down and never show it to anybody because I know that's there, but who's going to know? If I hadn't have told you, and you're looking at this image, if I hadn't have told you, would you know that part of it is a little fuzzy? All right, we're going to go to image number 2. This was a recent trip. So this is arguably after years of practice and years of learning the craft. I get to the Tetons and it's the last day I'm there and there's fog everywhere and it is a miraculous morning. And I got several pictures that I love. This one in particular, I really enjoyed crafting it at the time and I really enjoy looking at it now. But I focus stacked on this because I was obsessed with sharpness. So I want to focus stack and I want to make sure that I have several images that I can put together in Photoshop and make it tack sharp from front to back. Well, I was using I think the 100 to 400 to take this image. So naturally I'm going to have to focus stack if I want the whole image to be sharp, because I was relatively close to the scene as well. And that focal length doesn't lend itself to even f/16 being sharp from front to back. So I took several images in this focus stack to make sure that it was tack sharp, because I loved the image. And I get back and I put them all together in Photoshop, and I find one little strip through the whole thing that isn't 100% tack sharp. So now, when I look at this image I love, all I can see in my head is that one little strip that I somewhat missed when I was doing focus stacking. And again, I want to show that on the video right now so that you can see it at viewing distance, and you can see it at 100%, that one spot that is slightly out of focus. So do I throw this image out of my portfolio? What do you think? Take a look at these two images at viewing distance and let me know if I should keep them or should I throw them away. Now you can let me know, but ultimately I'll decide probably to keep them because I love them. And is that enough? When you come across one of your images and you love it, but it's not technically 100%, do you keep it because you love it? Or do you get rid of it because of a technical issue? So naturally there are going to be images where your technique is so bad that no one ever needs to see those. I have a few thousand of those that nobody ever needs to see because the technique was so bad. But when the image itself is slightly overriding the technique that you used, do you keep it? So let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you get notified anytime I put up a new video. And as always, grab your camera, get off the couch, escape, explore, and create.